Our sun is a star, just like the other stars you see in the night sky. It is a yellow, medium-sized star. The sun just looks larger and brighter than the other stars because it is so close to Earth. Imagine the light from a flashlight. If the flashlight is close to your face, the light seems really big and bright, and it hurts your eyes. But if the flashlight is away down the street, it seems small and dim. The light from the flashlight didn't change. It just seems different because of the distance. Think about the brightness of the light and your surroundings. How does the light from a flashlight look during the day compared to at night? Think about how it looks differently if it's close to you and if it's far away. You can use a flashlight at your home and try this out. Try it in a room with lots of light. Try it in a room where it's dark. Take the flashlight and put it close to you, and then move far away from it. Notice how it looks different, but the light is the same coming out of the flashlight. The sun is the closest star to the Earth. Even though it is the closest star, it is still very far away. The sun is 93 million miles away from Earth. In star distances, 93 million miles isn't very far at all. Proxima Centauri, the next closest star after the sun, is 25 trillion miles away. The stars are extremely bright and extremely big, but they are so far away that they appear as tiny points of light in our sky. Small distances in astronomy are huge. The sun makes the daytime sky very different from the night sky. During the day, light from the sun floods the sky and drowns out the light from the other objects in the sky. Think about what the light from a flashlight looks looks like during the daytime. It still makes light, but it's definitely harder to see. The other stars are still in the sky during the daytime, but the light from the sun hides them. Sometimes the brightest stars are still visible in the daytime with a telescope. When we have day, the sun is shining its light on part of the earth we are on. Look at the picture of the globe. Look to see where there is day and how it is facing the sun. When we have night, the sun is still shining, but the sun is now shining its light on the other side of the earth. The earth spins around or rotates on what's called its axis. One complete rotation takes one day. Look at the border between the light and the dark on the globe. That is where the sunrise or the sunset will be taking place. You can try this at home with a ball and a flashlight. Notice how the flashlight shines on one side of the ball and not the other. The sun, like all other stars, produces heat and light. Heat and light are two kinds of radiant energy. Radiant energy is energy that can travel through space. A small part of the sun's energy travels to Earth. The rest of the sun's energy is released in outer space. Think about the heat from a fire. The closer you get to the fire, the hotter it feels. The further away you get, the colder it is. Here is a visual of what radiant energy looks like. The closer a planet is to the sun, the hotter it is. The further a planet is from the sun, the colder it is. Our sun shines on Earth for several hours each day, giving us a large amount of light and heat. Other stars send out light and heat too. We don't feel the heat from those other stars because they are millions and millions of miles away. We do get a little bit of the light energy from those stars at night, which allows us to see them in the sky. Without heat from the sun, our world would be a very dark and cold place. It would be too cold for plants and animals to live. Oceans and lakes would turn to ice. The air would be too cold to breathe. The sun keeps the earth warm. The earth's atmosphere helps to trap the sun's heat, just like a blanket. You can feel the sun heating the earth when you walk on the hot pavement of a sidewalk or on the warm sand of a beach. Without the energy from the sun, the earth would be lifeless. Trees, grass, and other plants would not grow. Plants use energy from the sun's rays to make their food. As they make their food, plants release oxygen that we need to breathe. Without energy from the sun, plants would not grow. Then animals and people would have nothing to eat and nothing to breathe. Life on Earth would not exist without the sun. Another thought to think about is thinking about how blankets keep you warm by holding in your heat. The same concept applies with the layer of air around the Earth. It helps to trap some of the heat. Then at night, when we aren't getting that heat from the sun, it gets cooler, but we don't lose it all because of that layer of air.